Hello friends, welcome to Tell's World Recipes. Today, we bring you a delicious recipe from Mexico. We're going to prepare some pambazos filled with potatoes and chorizo. Pambazos is a street food, also known as Antojitos, which translates to little cravings, and these could be anything from Pambazos, gorditas, sopes, flautas, etc. These Pambazos are born in Veracruz in the Pico de Orizaba region, and the name comes from Pambazo or low bread, which was a really coarse, low quality bread from colonial times. It was shaped in the like a little mountain peak and dusted with flour to represent the Pico de Orizaba. And even though these are born in Veracruz, the current and most widely known version was evolved in Mexico City, where this pambazo bread was dipped in Guajillo sauce and deep fried, and then stuffed them with the fillings like potatoes and chorizo like we're making today, which are the classics, or requesón, which is like a ricotta cheese, chicken, etc. We'll show you how to make the pambazos today with some little bolillos we got in the store, but you can also use teleras or make your own pambazo bread. We're going to show you how to prepare these delicious pambazos, so let's get cooking. The ingredients we're going to need is 1 pound of chorizo, 1 onion, 3 potatoes, 10 guajillo peppers, a 1/4 tablespoon of marjoram, a 1/2 teaspoon of dried oregano, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cumin, 2 peppercorns, 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, 2 garlic cloves, 1 tablespoon of lard, 10 bolillo rolls or pambazo rolls, some lettuce, sour cream, and panela cheese to garnish. We're going to start by peeling our potatoes and preparing all the ingredients. Once we peel our potatoes, we're going to cut them into 1/4 inch slices, and then we're going to cube them. Now we're going to put them in a bowl and set them to the side. Now we're going to take our onion. I'm going to cut half of it. I'm going to reserve the half for our sauce, and the other half I'm going to chop it finely. We're going to put it in a bowl and set it to the side as well. Now we're going to open our guajillo chiles, and we're going to clear all the seeds and the stems. This would make our sauce bitter, so make sure you clean them properly. We'll repeat the process with all our guajillos. Now we're going to start preparing our potatoes with chorizo. In a skillet, we're going to use some lard. You can use vegetable oil if you want. And then we're going to start browning our chorizo. I got the chorizo without the casing, and I'm going to start breaking it. If you have the casing, remove it and do the same. And once our chorizo starts browning and releases the oils, we're going to make a little hole in the middle, and we're going to add our onions. We're going to cook our onions for a few minutes until they start softening. Once our onions are soft, it is time to add our potatoes. We're We're going to combine everything real well and make sure the potatoes are covered with all the grease from the chorizo. That's what's going to help us cook the potatoes. Once they're all covered, we're going to cover this and let it go between 15 and 20 minutes until the potatoes are soft and tender. While our potatoes with chorizo are cooking, in a pot we're going to put some water and we're going to add our Guajillo chiles. We're going to turn on the heat and we're going to wait until the water breaks the boiling point. Once it breaks the boiling point, then we're going to turn off the heat and remove them. We're going to grab our chiles and we're going to put them in a blender. Then we're going to add a quarter of an onion, our garlic cloves, and all our spices. Then to mix the sauce, we're going to add a little bit, half a cup to a cup of the water where we boiled our chiles. This is going to give it great flavor. Now we're going to cover our blender and we'll blend for a few seconds until our sauce integrates. Now using a colander, we're going to sift our sauce to make sure we don't get any lumps and make it smooth. I'm going to use a spatula to make sure that we push all the sauce through and leave the lumps in the back. This sauce came out beautiful, and now it's time to prepare our pambazos. In a pan, we're going to add a little bit of lard, and then I have my small bolillos, which I have cut not all the way through, leaving them like a clamshell. You can also use teleras or pambazo bread. Now it's time to soak our bread all over the place in this beautiful sauce. And we're going to pan fry them. That is the secret to a good pambazo. Now we're going to fry them a few minutes per side and let that sauce soak into the bread so it's nice and crispy on the outside and soft and tender on the inside. After a few minutes, look at this. They look incredible, and we're going to do this in batches. Now, it's time to add our filling, in this case potatoes and chorizo, but you can also use requesón, which is a ricotta mixture, chicken, picadillo, whatever you like. We're going to add a little bit of our lettuce that we shredded, and a few dollops of sour cream, or Mexican crema is even better. And to finalize, I cubed some of my panela cheese, but you can also use cotija. And this pambazo is ready. It looks incredible. Now, our pambazos are ready. Classic Mexican street food, and they smell incredible. These are supposed to be messy, so let's try it. Wow. Those potatoes and chorizo are amazing and go well together with the sour cream, the lettuce, and if you like, you can also put your favorite salsa. And the bread, crispy on the outside with that Guajillo sauce, soft on the inside. We didn't use Pambazo bread, but If you find it, it's going to be even better. Or you can use teleras or bolillos. This is amazing. You need to give this recipe a try. And it's a perfect time for you to click on subscribe to our channel. If you don't want to miss any videos, click on the bell to get notifications. Leave us your comments and tell us what recipes you would like to see. And don't forget to visit our store in Amazon, where you're going to be finding kitchen tools, pots, pans, cooking books, or our store through our YouTube channel, where you can find t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, etc. of Tivo's World Recipes. Thank you very much for your support. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and we'll see you next time.